My name is Abir Cody, and you're watching Doodle TV. Today, we have some special guests joining us on the show. It's the candidates of this school year's school election. Now, before we get started, I would like to give a small introduction about the candidates, and some of them may even be your future school council members. To start off, let's talk about the student pupil leader. Standing for this post, we have Niveda Taipu. Now, that name may be familiar as she's been part of our school for 9 years. She's also an active participant in the Karate Championship and has bagged gold and silver medals 3 years in a row. She also is an active participant in the... Next, we have Farasha Meher. She's an AS level student who recently joined our school from the British International School in Abu Dhabi. She used to be part of her old school's rock band and even took part in art events. She's well informed in the world's political state and loves staying up to date. The next post will be the student editor. The first candidate would be Zara Kamal. She's a student who recently joined our school 2 years ago from UAE. She's multifaceted as she's taken part in national events such as a singing competition, where she's even reached the semi-finals. She's also written an article in the national newspaper. She's also well experienced in the piano. Next, we have Vaibhav Suresh. He's a student in the grade 9C and he recently joined our wonderful school last year after coming from the Leaders Private School in the UAE. He's socially outgoing and has a reputation while playing chess. He also has a knack for editing and writing, and even has his own YouTube channel. Next, we have Riya Ranjan. She's from the grade 9I and is a passionate and active participant in the martial arts division. She's also participated in events such as the TEDx talk talking about how she wanted to be a writer. She's also an active reader and a passionate writer. Next, for the post of Cultural Secretary, was filled by Anand Nambiar. Now his name may be familiar, as he was part of our school's nature club and is a nature enthusiast. He's also passionate about nature photography. He also is an active participant in scientific programs. Last but not the least, we have Varsha P, who has filled in the position of sports captain. She's also another student who's recently joined our school a year ago. She was an active participant in debates and has won Best Speaker in her previous school. She's also someone who loves to read and write. Now, I'm sending you to my good friend Lou Hassanir, who's currently with our candidates as we speak.
Thank you, Abir. So here we have all the candidates participating in this year's election, which is pretty exciting. So how do you guys feel? Priya.
Great.
Okay. So this is a prime session on Doodle TV where I'm gonna ask you some random questions and you can give me your answers on those respective questions. Okay, anyways, let's get on to it. Before that, I'll just introduce you guys. So we have the student pupil leader candidates, Farasha and Nivedita. Please say hi. And we have the student editor candidates, Zala Kamal, Riya Ranjit and Vaibhav Suresh. Please send a piece. And we have the sports captain and cultural secretary, Varsha P and Anand Nambiar. Hi guys. So yeah, we're gonna have this session where I'm gonna ask you some questions, and we'll start off with Nivedita. Since you're going for a big post where you might make a mistake, what do you think mistake is to you? Is it like
Honest, now I'm kind of scared of this student pupil leader post because I know I'm going to make a mistake. But I mean, that's why you guys help me, right? But I feel like I make mistakes so many times, but I've just decided to not care about it anymore because I'm still young. And it's better to make these mistakes when you're young. And it's better to just learn from them. It's not like we're going to die tomorrow. We have so many years ahead of us. It's better to learn from these mistakes and be better people and things like that. And I feel like you kind of need to make mistakes to have some sort of experience in life, learning to deal with it, learning to accept your mistake. All of that is just experiences in life. I sound like a philosopher, but anyway, my point here is that you need to make mistakes to be a better person, and it takes so much courage to even accept those mistakes. So mistakes are normal, they're totally fine.
wow, very good. Yeah, I'm really happy with that answer because personally, I also make a lot of mistakes. So hopefully, I don't and learn from it. Yeah. So next question goes to Farasha. I love your room, by the way. Oh my god, I'm in love. Oh god, mine is just plain white. Look at this, and yours is I just love it. Yeah. Since you're new, we want you to get to know you better. So, could you describe your personality or yourself with 3 adjectives?
First of all, hi Nuha and hi everyone else. I hope you're having an amazing day today. So, the 3 adjectives that I would use to describe myself would be impulsive, enthusiastic, and charismatic, hopefully. So, I would use impulsive as an adjective to describe myself because sometimes I make a lot of decisions which, I probably don't think about before, and it's just without forethought. And sometimes I end up overthinking and then regretting that decision or my actions later. And so being impulsive is very common among a lot of people. And I would say it's a bad habit sometimes if you're too impulsive. And so that is something about myself that I'm trying to change. And so I would also use enthusiastic to describe myself because if I do get elected, I'm willing to put my 100% enthusiasm, determination, and hard work into this post. So yeah, that's why I would say enthusiastic. And charismatic, I would say, because in my old school, there used to be a lot of school debates, a lot of school events. So many times I felt like I've had the upper hand in debating or the arguments or the point that I'm trying to prove. For example, we had this thing called MUN, Model United Nations, in my old school that I used to participate in frequently. So basically what happens is you're in a classroom filled with other students, and each student is going to represent a country, and you have to talk your points through the viewpoint of that country, their government, and their economy. So that's my experience with debating, I would say. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
I would love those debates to be like in our school events and stuff because we normally just have some like dance and singing. So debating would be like really new. So Anand should note that down since he's gonna be.
Hey, I have a question. Farasha, what country did you represent?
I represented India. I've represented Guatemala. I've also represented Colombia.
Wow.
So you get random.
Oh my god. Yeah. Thank you, Farasha and Nivedita, for those wonderful answers. And now we move on to our 3 student editor candidates. And let's start off with Riya. So, dead or alive, who do you want to meet in this world?
So basically, he's neither dead nor alive. He's fictional.
Yeah,
And his name is Senku from an anime called
Dr. Stone. And, he's a science dude. He's a pretty rational and logical kind of guy, but he still cares for his friends. And I really appreciate that. And according to the main plot, when the whole world, like everyone in the whole world, turned into stone, he just literally started counting every second that passed for like nearly 3,700 years until he broke out of the stone. So yeah, he's a pretty crazy guy, and that's why I would like to meet him.
Yeah, me too. He's like really intelligent. You guys should also watch anime, by the way. If you don't, you're just missing it, okay? Yeah. Anyways,
What's your favorite anime?
Haikyuu. Yeah, I just love volleyball now. Oh my god, you too? Oh, that's great. Oh my god, dude, I love Haikyuu. Okay, anyways, let's move on to the next question. Let's vibe up. Yeah. So your question is, what has happened recently that interests you, since a lot has happened? And what is your, like, yeah, whatever. So Vaibhav, what has happened recently that interests you, since a lot has happened?
Something that was stuck in my mind was about like a NASA article that was about life beyond Earth. So what was so interesting about this was the people there in another planet was pretty weird. They were 10 foot tall than us, and yeah, they were pretty giant, and we really don't know how they look. So why this is stuck in my mind is because, like, I really wish I could travel there, and I really wish they weren't like aliens. I mean, I don't know. You guys can think them as aliens. You can take them as aliens or anything, but I don't know. I don't think so. They're bad aliens. Like those in the fictional characters or cartoons where like a spaceship comes into a farmland and then just takes the cow. I don't think so. It's like that. I think those are like people, but kind of a bit taller. So I really wish if they could come here, or if I could go there, in the future. Yeah, so I really wish I could do something like that. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, wait. Is this article real or is it like made up?
Yeah, it's articles too. Yeah.
Wait, what? It's real?
Yeah, it was pretty before. It was pretty like old. I mean, about a year ago, but still, yeah, it was still there in my mind.
So like aliens are real? Oh god. Okay, anyways. Yeah. The next question goes to Zara. So Zara, what do you think a leader should be or is? Okay. Hi. What do you think a leader should be or is? So define leader for you.
A leader would be someone who's like, more concerned about the well-being of, their peers than their own.
Scary?
It's more of their very, how do I say? They want the people around them to do well, so they try to guide them and advise them. We just want to see everyone kind of getting better at whatever they are passionate about. So I guess that is what a leader would be. Someone who wants everyone to grow and like grow as in not in height. Okay, as a person and in your thing, whatever. Yeah, so that should be a leader.
So a really caring person. Very good answer. Thank you. So we are finished with our student editors, really creative answers. And now we have the sports captain, Varsha. Hi.
Hey.
So your question is crying a weakness or a strength? Since in our sports days and stuff, like if we all want, yeah, let me restart. I was going to say we all want to cry. Okay. I'm sorry.
I swear I want to cry now.
Yeah. Oh god, me too. I'm like cry laughing and stuff. So anyways, is crying a weakness or a strength? to you?
It's ironic how I, being a person who doesn't cry a lot, has to answer this. But I always thought that crying was somewhere in between of being a strength than a weakness. But then now that I think about it, I realize that it's more of a strength, because like someone who cries actually has the strength to show how they truly feel it. Trust me, that requires courage, a lot of courage. And I've also heard that crying shows that a person has been fighting or has been strong for way too long. Like my mom, she always tells me that you should just cry things out. Sometimes it's the best way to get through. So yeah, crying is a thing.
Wow, great answer. It'll be really useful in our sports days and stuff. When people cry, you just go and say,
Yes.
"Very good, you're really strong." Yeah, anyways. Next is a question for our cultural secretary, Anand Nambiar. So we have a lot of competitions and activities in our schools, right? So is winning always necessary? Because all our houses wants to win. Everyone wants to win in what they want to participate in. So what is winning to you, kind of?
As a yardstick of society, yes, success is important. I feel the journey towards the destination also counts. Success can also be achieved through shortcuts, but the long-lasting ones are the ones which are made out of the dedication and hard work and the passion for it. The success is sure. This kind of success is really sure to stand for all tests of times. It is the dedication and the process behind the success which will contribute towards the betterment of the society. Our history is replete with examples of great personalities like artists, writers, scientists, etc., who were not considered successful during their times, but their passion and but the passions have reverberated down to the generations, and we still remember them and their works. So for me, the journey is as important as the destination, and the success is not more important than the passion you have for it.
Wow, sounds like a motivational quote. Very insightful. Thank you, Anand. So yeah, I guess all the questions are over. You guys answered it absolutely very good. Yeah, you guys are way smarter than me. I know that for a fact. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys for coming and spending your time here. So, want to say thanks to the viewers watching.
Thank you so much for having us. The questions were so interesting. And yeah, that was so much fun, honestly.
We needed this because I think some of us have been really stressed because we have exams coming up and online school is just very tiring. So, and of course, elections and all that. So, we kind of needed this. This is really nice. Thank you, Luha, again for doing this.
Thank you. Sorry, you're welcome. And yeah, this was a really fun time. We got to interact and loosen up a little bit, right? So, all the best for the elections. Thank you for coming once again. And this is primetime session on Doodle TV. So yeah, remember, nothing serious about it. Bye.
Thank you, Luca. Sadly, that's all we got for today. But don't worry, we'll be back for more. But till then, you were watching Primetime at Doodle TV. This was Abharaska Cody, and now signing off.